talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. They talk to me. They tell me things that I will do. They show me things I'll do to you. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. All the lawyers are defenseless. All the doctors are diseased. And the preachers are sinners. And police just take the grease. All your judges, you are guilty. All the bosses I will fire. All your bankers will have losses. Politicians, all are liars. I see darkness falling. I hear voices calling. I feel justice crawling. I see faith has fallen. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me. They tell me things that I will do. They show me things I'll do to you. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. I hear voices crying. I see heroes dying. I taste blood that's trying. I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me. They tell me things that I will do. They show me things I'll do to you. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me.
What is going on, everybody? A little Wednesday night MBO Live Super Show. I'm so excited to see everybody hanging out with us tonight. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. We've got two fantastic games you are going to see live tonight at the same time. MBO Live Super Show. On your left screen, you will see the Cleveland Browns taking on the Washington Redskins. Browns, of course, a little bit of a slump right now, trying to break out of that one after starting the season so hot. The Redskins, on the other hand, one of the hottest teams in the NBL. On your right screen, you've got the Dallas Cowboys still sitting there undefeated. They're taking on the Seattle Seahawks, a very scrappy Seahawks team that's looking to make some noise today here in the NBL. Before we get there, as always, we have our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. We talk about them every week here on the NBL Live. They do so much for our entire network. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for a affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. As I'm watching the chat roll in, big shout out to Mike the Mailman 96, just subscribing with that sub. Believe new guy in grid. Welcome to the NBL family, my friend. So happy to see you here. Also, I saw Jamie with the tier 2 sub. 11 months of subscribing for Jamie. big shout out to everybody who's chatting. Keep it rolling, folks. I got the third screen rolling like we did last time, so I'll be able to actually watch the chat. If it's your first time, I'm OSU, your NBL Network Director. I'll be your host for the evening for these two great Super Show. I love the Super Shows. It's so much fun, so much action. And we're debuting a new overlay tonight. I know a lot of people have been talking about, man, sometimes on mobile it's tough to watch the dual screen. Well, we might have been able to help you. And at the same time, unlike the problem we had last game where we were missing the action, you're actually going to see both games on the screen the entire time. Don't panic. It's going to look awesome. But let's get to the players to watch for today's game. What are we in? I think it's week 13 action. I think it's week 13. I'm pretty sure it's week 13 action here in the NBL. We're getting down to playoff time. And boy, it is... There are many times we get in the NBL down near playoff time, you go, we know who the playoff teams are going to be. No clue right now because there are a lot of teams fighting for very few playoff spots. Jamie's praying for no errors in the players to watch. Well, let's get right to it. Let's make Jamie's night happy, or let's ridicule him. Let's start out with the Browns and the Redskins. That'll be on your, it'll be on the left screen when we show the double box. Nyheim Hines is having a very nice season. This was a halfback the Browns actually traded for from the Indianapolis Colts, and he has been fantastic for them the entire cycle. 678 yards so far, 251 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground, 3 through the air. Really, he's filled that role that Duke Johnson has filled in the past, that dual threat out of the backfield, and boy, he's just a weapon. And the Browns team that doesn't need any more weapons. Let's be honest, this Browns team knows how to move the ball offensively, and Nyheim Hines is just... It just adds to the fear factor when you're facing this offense. Defensively, how do you take away 3, 4, 5 weapons at a time? For the Browns today, coming off of a couple losses, facing a little adversity here, that's what I thought, Bananas. I wanted to make sure. It is Nyheim, right? Everybody's saying Nyheim. I'm pretty positive it's Nyheim. So, Jamie, one graphic in. So close. But that's a minor one. At least it's not Jared Davis. Nyheim Hines. For the Browns, just be who you are. That is the key tonight. Browns got to get back to playing Browns football. Just be who you are. Be that offensive powerhouse, and good things will come to you. On the flip side, the Washington Redskins. If you've watched Building the Franchise over on YouTube, they are the feature team this cycle. If you haven't watched Building the Franchise, head over to our YouTube channel after NBL Live, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. That's where you can find the Building the Franchise series hosted by Bomber. This season focusing on the Washington Redskins. Jamison Crowder, is a guy who's always, the last couple of cycles, we've known about Jamison Crowder. Maybe he doesn't get the respect he deserves out of the box, but right now he has been a stud for the Washington Redskins. 47 receptions, 734 yards, 8 touchdowns, averaging 15.6 through the air. For the Redskins, I think the big key tonight is to not panic. Okay, this Cleveland Browns team is going to put up points. Let's be clear. If the Browns don't put up points, the Redskins have done something magical. But the big thing for the Redskins is don't get away from that running game. Don't get away from being who you are, because you might go down 1 or 2 scores in this game. If you start airing it out, if you start trying to get everything back in one throw, the problem is the Browns defense is going to make you pay. So for the Redskins, it's all about not panicking. It's all about staying within yourself, and you're going to stay in this game. On the right side of your screen, you'll see when we have that true double box. You will have the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's take a look at those players to watch. First, for the Seattle Seahawks, let's look at Shaquille Griffin at corner. 6 deflections so far this season, 3 interceptions. He's taken 2 back to the house. And Griffin for the Seattle Seahawks, he's going to be one of those guys you're going to have to know where he is on the field for the Dallas Cowboys because he is such a ball hawk. And for the Seattle Seahawks, your key tonight, especially defensively, is to force a couple turnovers. The Dallas Cowboys are playing at the highest level I've ever seen them play, and that's terrifying because they played at a high level a lot. If the Seahawks are going to have a chance to knock off the Cowboys, if the Seahawks are going to have a chance to break that undefeated record, they're going to have to force some turnovers. It may mean taking some risk. It may mean getting bold on coverage, on one-on-one coverages, but if you sit back and you let the Dallas Cowboys dink and dunk their way under the field, that's where the Cowboys start to kill you. They'll take their 3, 4, 5-yard gains on passing. They'll hit Will Tye underneath for a 4-yard gain. And then just when you start to press up, that's when the Dallas Cowboys are going to strike and hit you over the top for a deep pass. So they're going to have to take some chances, get some turnovers if they're going to knock off the Dallas Cowboys. For the Dallas Cowboys, let's talk about Chidobe Awuzie. We talked about the offense for the Cowboys, how good it's been, how good Dak Prescott has been at quarterback, but Awuzie defensively has been phenomenal. 7 interceptions and an additional 8 passes deflected. He is usually one-on-one. They leave him on islands. They let him be the stud that he is, and for the Dallas Cowboys, the key tonight is to let your defense eat. I just don't know if the Seattle Seahawks have enough offensive power to overcome what I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to do on offense. I think the Seahawks offensively, they've struggled in the past. If they're going to win today, they're going to have to put up some high-powered offense. So if you're the Dallas Cowboys, offensively, you just be who you are. Control the TOP, control the line of scrimmage, but defensively, this is a day that you can be aggressive, and if you can force some mistakes from the Seattle Seahawks, boy, oh boy, it could be bad news bears. Before we get to predictions again, start getting them in chat. Let's take a look at our Bleacher Report team, who they picked for today's game. As you can see, the standings at the bottom. Motor a perfect 5-0, and no one will gain any ground tonight. It's a very boring NBL Live Bleacher Report picks, as everybody's going with the favorites in both games, the Browns and the Cowboys. Not even Timbo, sitting there at 0-5, is going to be bold and go the other way. He's been going against the grain of thing. Even he's going, man, these are two really good teams. Big shout out to Dark Knight for the 8 months of subscribing. But very rare do you see a clean sweep. That is a 7-man team, and every single one went with the same picks. My wife got me a 3-liter bottle of water. I don't know how that's a lot of water. It's gonna be a bitch to pick up. But yeah, this is well. Let's get right to it. Let's get to the predictions. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. We got one person taking the Redskins. Astra taking the Redskins 24-21. Let's start with the Redskins and the Browns. Two teams coming in, different sides of the spectrum. Browns struggling. Struggling for as much as the Browns can. They're coming in off a couple losses, trying to find themselves. The Redskins, one of the hottest teams. I think this is going to be a very, very close game. But I like the Cleveland Browns to come out on top in this one. And I think it all comes down to, I think Baker Mayfield may be the best quarterback. He may prove to be the best quarterback in the history of the NBL. That's how good he is. I think the Browns make too many plays offensively. I do think it is close, though. I think this Washington Redskins offense can get rolling. If they get rolling, they have a very good chance of winning. If they keep up with the Browns, if they can withstand on that. I like the Browns, though, in this one. Give me Cleveland 30, let's say 31-28. I'll take them by field goals. But, this game, much more of a toss-up. On the flip side, Cowboys and Seahawks, I'm sorry to say, Hound, but I think the Cowboys are going to run away with this one. I just think Dallas is playing at such an elite level right now. Betting against them is just sets you up for heartache. Give me the Dallas Cowboys in this one. I think it's going to be relatively ugly. I'll take them 35-14. That's just how good I think the Cowboys are. But, Hound, hey, prove them wrong. Let me give the go to these guys so they can ready up, and we can get to it. If you haven't seen an NBL Live Super Show, boy, you are in for a treat. Coming up next, we've got two fantastic games. We're getting down towards playoff times, and these are the games that the teams have got to win. On one side, you got the Browns taking on the Redskins. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys taking on the Seahawks. We got a new overlay. We got a whole lot of fun stuff, and it's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
All right, we're going to start off with the straight double box action so you can see what you're going to see for some portion of the night. This is an NBL Live Super Show. As always, it's two games going on live at once. Your first time joining us, thanks so much for hanging out with us. On your left side, you see the Washington Redskins taking on the Cleveland Browns. On your right side, you got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Both these games live for users here in the NBL. It should be a fun matchup here on NBL Live, as we've got playoffs coming up here in the NBL. There's no doubt that this is crunch time for both these teams. It looks like the Cleveland Browns going to start off with the ball first, whereas the Dallas Cowboys are going to start with the ball first on the right side. Let's show you that new overlay. Let's go to Washington and Cleveland because I'm very excited to show you. I want to get you guys feedback. Let me know what you think of the new overlay as we go as full screen as we can with Washington and Cleveland. Big shout out to our graphics guy, Jamie, for the new overlay. As you can see, Washington and Cleveland, they are the full screen, the small screen on the left side. That's going to keep you apprised of what's going on in Dallas and Seattle. So you will not misplay the action. We saw that happen a couple times in the last game. The minute we cut away to a full screen, it turned into a big play the other way. It actually happened 4 times in the last broadcast. It was starting to frustrate me. It's on first down. The Cleveland Browns struggling to move the ball. Whoever is in the chat right now, what I'm gonna flip this to Dallas and Seattle. Can if Unisolated or anybody there, can somebody get Bananas to put his stream up, because Fish's stream is freezing left and right, and we don't want to miss him into the action. So we'll go full screen with Dallas and Seattle. Let me know. I'll get GroupMe pulled up on the third screen, but if somebody could get Bananas to put his stream up, that would be nifty. Thank you, Shadow. Again, big shout out to our graphics guy, Jamie. Seriously, I will say the best in the business. That's how good he is. Getting these new overlays, coming up with creative ways to show these two games. It's not an easy task. 39 for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott dropping back. Looks over to the right side. A little in route. The coverage is good, and Seattle forces a punt on the first drive. That's a big win defensively for the Seahawks, as they're able to stop him on third down. And now it's up to the Seattle offense. You got to take advantage of this. On the smaller screen, and again, apologies for any stream problems, but it looks like Fish's stream having a little bit of issues there. It's rolling a little bit now, as Cleveland has driven to the 45-yard line, but now we can see that Seattle offense. Yeah, I love the overlay. And Jamie truly is one of the best in business, as I was saying. He's just absolutely phenomenal. We've had a lot of graphics guys here. They've all done great work, but Jamie is phenomenal. So big shout out to you, Jamie. Even though you can't spell anything on your players to watch. Seattle is going to start out I formation, 2 wide receivers, toss play to the left side, and a lot of room over there. If you're wondering who that is, that's Melvin Gordon. He came over in the offseason to the Seattle Seahawks, added a new dimension offensively to the Seahawks. Let's see. I'm going to check in as to where we are on this new stream. It's weird using a third screen that's a tablet. It's just a different. I think Bananas is setting up right now. That's why they're paused. First down and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. Mark Darby coming in motion, dropping back, 1st and 10, looking one-on-one, and making a nice catch in coverage. Marcus Mariota, that's not an easy throw. The blitz was coming. He puts the ball on the money, and Doug Baldwin, one-on-one, making the catch, 21 yards on the play. In Seattle, in business, looking to buck the trends and prove everybody in Bleacher Report wrong. Give everybody a loss on the day. Wouldn't that be something? Motors 5-0. Everybody goes with the Cowboys and they lose that one. That would be something. And then Marcus Mariota throws that ball. The rain might be in effect here today. As I believe the reason why we're paused on the left screen is because they're setting up the other stream. So we'll wait on that one and we'll stay in this game. Seattle gets a stop on their first drive, which is huge against this Dallas Cowboys offense that's been really performing at a high level. And now the Seahawks, they're in business. 2nd and 10, I formation. And it looks like they're going to hand off to Melvin Gordon. But the Dallas Cowboys, very ready for that one. And that's the problem you come into with some of these teams with when they decide to throw the ball on first down. At that point, it does sort of telegraph that you're probably going to run it on 2nd down. Looks like they're getting that stream up. Big shout out to the assistant network director on Isolated for helping out with that one. 3rd down and 11, dropping back. Mariota looks to the left side, has a man. Looks like cover 3, and that is bad news, Bears. If you hit the drag as it crosses in front of the that yellow linebacker. You can see him. I tried to draw on the screen with the mouse. I don't know why I did, but once that drag route crosses, the purple route pulled deep. That's just an easy pitch and catch underneath. You just got to get the edge, 1st and goal. Let me get this other stream up. And we're good. Wait, no, we're not good. I lost everything. I didn't lose everything. I just need that. Hey. Back in business. Shout out to Bananas for getting that one rolling once again. So we will have the second game back on track. There we go. You can see it in the on the left-hand side of your screen, but we're going to say full screen with Dallas and Seattle as they, Seattle Seahawks 8-yard line, goal line formation. Again, once again, big thank you to Unisolate for helping out with that one. Dark Knight, I just use, that's why you use private browsing, so you never have that problem. Second down and goal. Play action pass for Mariota. That was weird. I've seen that happen a couple times, and I think that is with the patch to how contain works. As that was a cover 4 drop, you saw the blitzer, I believe it was the left end, get in the backfield and just stand there in front of Marcus Mariota. I think that is with the adjustment to how contain works. They had a patch come in. You've seen it happen a couple of times where the contain won't get after the quarterback. They'll actually just stand there and contain the quarterback. So, you've seen that happen a couple of times. Third and goal. Dropping back is Mariota. 4-man rush. That time the defensive tackle just gets there. That's Taco Charlton, the man with the best name, went to the worst school. He picks up a big sack on third and goal. So Seattle cannot capitalize with a touchdown, but can they put points on the board? Trying to get 3 from the 13-yard line. 30-yard attempt. Little chip shot. It's up. It's good. Seattle early 3-0 lead and a great start for the Seahawks. As now we can go full screen to this game, and Washington gets a big stop. See, here you go, by the way. This is monstrous water. Washington's a huge stop defensively, able to keep Cleveland from putting any points on the board. They're going to hit the ball at the 6-yard line. Man, that's some high-quality H2O. The kick came off his leg, Darth Ben. I thought it was a miss. I'll be honest. Eric G saying Seattle needed a touchdown there, in my opinion, but good to start with points. Yeah, T-Jax Hilm says that's happened a ton on the patch. Yeah, it's just the program that contained to actually contain, and so it provides for a couple. My guess is when you see the patch notes for whatever the next title update will be, you're going to see that get tuned down. You're going to see something about that. It doesn't bother me. It's goofy, and goofiness bothers me just in the sense of you're always looking for realism. But it doesn't bother me in the sense of it's doing what it's programmed to do, which is contain. It was weird when you put contain on, it just turned into a wide speed blitz, but they'll get it fixed. Elliott getting the carry on 2nd and 6 and getting absolutely obliterated in the middle. And this Seattle, big third down, 2 big third downs. And we got another pause. They're not setting up a stream this time, I swear. 3rd and 8 for Allen Ritchie and the Washington Redskins. Pinned back deep in their own end after getting a stop. Allen Ritchie stepping up in the pocket on 3rd and 8, looking deep over the middle, has a man. I don't know if he high passed it, but it was a great catch in coverage, and it is a first down for the Washington Redskins as Paul Richardson Jr. with the catch. Had a big game on MBO Live, I think it was 2 weeks ago. He is a speed demon, and right there making a very tough catch. I don't know if that was inaccurate or if it was truly a high pass, but it was a great play as the run to the outside, and look at the user getting the backfield, bring down Darius Geis. Geis was an absolute monster for the Washington Redskins last time on MBL Live. He really was just a shutdown animal, and that is what he brings to the offense. As let's flip it. Let's go Dallas and Seattle for a big 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5 for the Dallas Cowboys, who were 3 and outed on their first drive. Trying not to get 3 and outed on their second drive, as you see in the smaller screen. A nice first down pickup. Allen Ritchie starting out great. 3rd down and 5. Dropping back is Dak Prescott. You know he's looking for the angle route. It's not there. Will Tye on the post route. It's batted down. Is Dallas in trouble? Let me know what you think in the chat, folks, because, man, 2 3 and outs. You saw Zeke Elliott slip on the angle route, but I think he was looking at Tye the whole time, and it was great defense by the Seahawks. The punt is away. The rain coming down. You can see where the sun don't shine. That's Seattle, Washington, as he's up past the 30 to the 40. A little juke move on Merciless. He'll get down to the 44-yard line. As we got both games live right now. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. A little hump day NBL action. And as always, a happy holidays to everybody out there. I'm OSU, your NBL network director. This weekend, you're going to see a ton of bonus coverage right here on NBL, on the NBL network. If you haven't seen bonus coverage, hosted by Bomber, it's just going to be a ton of games going on. No NBL live until next week. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be any NBL action. You're going to see just, I think we're going to have games probably every night this weekend and some during the day. So if you like watching the NBL, you're going to have a ton of action. Hit that follow button so you know every time we go live. Bomber will be going live with bonus coverage this weekend I think the NFL season, 3 weeks left. They're getting down to crunch time. NBL's getting down to crunch time. Everybody's in crunch time. Second down and 5 for the Washington Redskins. Alan Ritchie putting on a show right now, dropping back. Looks over the middle of the field. That's a dangerous throw, though. And it is incomplete. The first incompletion for Alan Ritchie, 5 of 6, 55 yards. And it's not like he's been having some easy throws. He's been fitting the ball into tight windows. Dropping back on second down and 10 is Mariota looking on the slant route. Another tough catch in coverage right now. That's Tyler Lockett with the catch. Right now, the Seattle wide receivers are winning these one-on-one battles, and that's bad news for the Cowboys, who need their defense to make some plays. Dropping back is Alan Ritchie on 3rd and 5. Stepping up, waiting, throws it right over the user, and that's a bold throw. The user sitting there as a middle linebacker, and he goes, watch this. I'm going to put it right over the top as he finds Jamison Crowder, our player to watch, and the Washington Redskins. They're on the 24-yard line. Let's put that one on the big screen. On the smaller screen, at big 3rd and 2 for the Seattle Seahawks. Mariota in the shotgun. Going to try to run forward, and Melvin Gordon has the first down and more. Up past the 45, down to the 42-yard line. Melvin Gordon picking up 6 on the play. Nice throw there from Alan Ritchie once again. Alan Ritchie might be one of the more underrated quarterbacks here in the NBA. We talked about the Washington Redskins' new quarterback. They drafted him. Actually set off their quarterback, who was Rookie of the Year last year. Set him off. They're going with Alan Ritchie, and he has been nothing but spectacular for the Redskins. Shotgun formation for Ritchie on 2nd and 2. Dropping back. Blitz picked up nicely. And it's just an easy corner out to Jordan Reed down to the 5-yard line. As on 1st and 10, Mariota's running for his life, by the way, for the Seattle Seahawks. He'll check that one out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Dillon with the catch. 17 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Washington a chance to go up, put the first points of the game as they've got a 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Astra saying Bananas looking for the strip. Eric chanting for Alan Ritchie. Agent Rico joined us. What's going on, Rico? Double A saying Bananas defense is suspect. Darce Knight saying got to be careful not to turn it over in the red zone here. Absolutely. Second down and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. It is Marcus Mariota dropping back. Looks over to the right side. I think that was a screen pass, and nobody was blocking out there. I've been so impressed by the Washington Redskins offensive line so far. Cleveland, very aggressive defensively. They've done a great job of blocking for Alan Ritchie. Toss play. That was Bookman into the game. Trying to get the edge. Only going to pick up 2, but it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Excuse me, I got to bring out the giant. You want to know what? There's a drought in California. It's because I got this thing. I got to drink it like a baby, too. It's the worst. Why not run it again on 2nd and goal? Why not just let him walk into the end zone? How about the scene the offensive line put up for Bookman right up the middle? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy as the Washington Redskins go up 6-0. And it's only the 2nd drive, but it was a very methodical drive. 13 plays, 95 yards. Nice throw there by Mariota. The underdogs putting on a show right now on NBL Live. Let's go to Dallas and Seattle on the big screen. 3-0 Seattle on top, and an opportunity to go up by 2 scores here. They stalled last time after the 3-and-out by the Dallas Cowboys. Well, they are looking to put 6 on the board. If Dallas can hold them to 2 field goals on 2 deep drives, I think Seattle is in trouble. Man going in motion. Oh, God. But Mariota steps up, picks up the first down. Spin move at the 3. He's in the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's the Cardinals' sin. Only 1 route on the swing pass, but Marcus Mariota does it himself. Gets the first down. Spin cycle on the safety, and the Seahawks go up 10-0. The Cowboys are in trouble as Mariota's putting on a show. What a play by the former Titan. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. Stepping up in the pocket, making a play, and Mariota using his athleticism to pick up 6 for his team as they're up 10-0, the underdogs in that game against the undefeated Dallas Cowboys. Cleveland, on the other hand, looking to answer the Washington Redskins as we've got double box action right now. I think it's double box all the time, but this is what I call the double box. You got both games, same size. Nobody's disappointed. No one's overcompensating. 2nd down and 9. Shotgun formation for Baker Mayfield as he drops back to pass on the left side of your screen. He's running into his own blocker. Looks over the middle. I think he actually hit his own man in the head. I'm not going to be surprised if that was true. Dak Prescott looks underneath to Gallup, and good coverage. Boy, the man coverage in Seattle is tough to deal with. Dak's first completion of the game, and we're at 5:16 to go in the 2nd quarter. Ten out of 10 on Mariota. I love it. Shout out to Double A. Zeke Elliott getting the carry over the left side. Second inches, you're probably going to give it to Zeke Elliott as we have an injury on the side of the Washington Redskins, but they get a stop again. This Cleveland Browns offense looking to find themselves. They're in a little bit of a slump right now, and Washington has continued to put some pressure on Baker Mayfield and what was the number one offense in the NBL right now. I think Dallas actually has that right now, the number one offense. Both these teams in 1st and 10. We'll say double box for a second. On your right side, shotgun formation for Dak Prescott. 3 wide receivers out there. He's going to split Pettis out to the left. Allen Ritchie looks to an out route on the right side, puts the ball on the money. That's a first down at the 31-yard line. Prescott rolling out to the right side, trying to find some room. Looks like he's going to take off. But look at this athletic defense, and Prescott takes a hit. Ooh, you don't like to see your number one quarterback taking hits like that. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2. Let's go to Washington, Cleveland. AA, absolute true. It's an underdog kind of day so far. So if you want to see parity, this is what makes it great about the NBL. There is parity for sure. As let's remind everybody what Bleacher Report said about this particular game. All Browns, all Cowboys. I have news. It is not all Browns. It is not all Cowboys. It is right now the Redskins and the Seahawks dominating. As the defensive have stood tall and the offensive are doing their job. 2nd and 15 for Allen Ritchie and the Redskins, dropping back. Blitz coming. Looks over to the left side. Puts the ball on the money. Ooh, that's one that Crowder's got to come up with. It was a good recognition by Allen Ritchie seeing the blitz coming. But because Crowder didn't come up with that, now they got to face a big 3rd and 15. 3rd and long. So tough. Timbo saying I'm never going to get a pick right at this point. Prescott on 3rd and 2 on the small screen on the left side. Prescott's going to roll out. This has been the only thing that has worked. He puts the ball on the ground. Right as I say the only thing that's worked, Dak Prescott fumbles it, and Shaq Griffin picks it up. He was scrambling once again and gets punished as he gets hit in bounds. The Washington Redskins look like they pick up a first down to the 49-yard line. The underdogs are rolling. We love to see the underdogs winning, and right now the Seahawks and the Redskins are putting the hurt on 2 of the teams that most people have picked to be in the Super Bowl. Cleveland in trouble. Dallas in a whole heap of trouble. Amara Darbo, he's going to get the carry on the jet sweep. Got some room on the left side. He'll get to the 47-yard line, picking up for Washington 1st and 10. Play action pass for Allen Ritchie. He's going to take a shot down the left side. He had a step, maybe. That was more of a throwaway than anything. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. What a job. Shout out to the Clutch Jr. joining us here tonight. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see everybody hanging out with us on the Wednesday MBL Super Show as Banana's doing some depth chart work. Let's go to Dallas and Seattle. Second down and 6. Handoff to Melvin Gordon right up the middle. Fights through the tackle. Picks up the first down. Oh, he is so tough to bring down. What a big signing. Might be the most underrated signing in the NBL. We don't talk a lot about running backs moving around. This is a very heavy passing league. But, man, Melvin Gordon has added the dimension to the Seattle Seahawks that they didn't have in the past. He has been an absolute beast. And you got to think he loves staying out west. First down and 10 for the Seahawks. Handoff to Gordon. Cuts it up inside. Picks up a first down. Or gets near the first down. As he sidesteps the user and picks up 9. Dark Knight saying, feels like we're seeing 4th quarter action in the 2nd. Yeah, it does feel like that. Excuse me, I must be a giant baby right now. No adult man feels good using 2 hands to drink something. Unless it's a beer. Marcus Mariota. That's just easy. Oh, spins off him. Lockett's got room. 20-15 spin move at the 15-yard line. That one was a 4-yard route that Lockett did the rest. Watch the spin move one more time. No, thank you, sir. I am out of here. As what a job by the Seattle Seahawks offense. I said I didn't know if they had the firepower, and they must really hate me because they are trying to prove me wrong big time. As Allen Ritchie looking on 2nd and 10, looking deep, looks over to the left side, trying to find a man. Oh, he dropped it in the bucket and caught it at the 11-yard line. Toss play to Gordon. He's got room. Vander Esch brings him down. Let's go to double boxes. Both these teams inside the red zone looking to put a thumping on the favorites. Allen Ritchie has been just putting that bucket is full, the number of drops he's put in there, as he floated one over to the left side, and they pick up a big first down there at the 11, the Seahawks at the 12. Left, right, you're going to get whiplash looking at these two games. Ritchie rolling out, nobody there, he'll chuck it out of bounds. 2nd and 8 for the Seattle Seahawks. Andrews coming to motion, looks like a little halfback wham, cuts to the left side, juke move on Woods. wasn't really a juke move. They just more slowed down. The usering by Z-Star, very suspect today. Shadow saying that was a ballsy throw. Yeah, absolutely. 2nd down and 10 for Allen Ritchie and the Washington Redskins. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He's got 1 in the backfield. I think that's Darius Geis on his left hip. Choo-choo, the train horn for Allen Ritchie, the young quarterback trying to lead Washington to a statement win. Drop him back is Ritchie. He's looking. Looks over to the left side, has a man, stays in bounds somehow. I don't know how he kept his feet in bounds, but he gets down to the 4-yard line, going to set up a 3rd and 3. On the right side, huge 3rd and 1. Will we see Melvin Gordon get a carry? Bunch formation, 3 to the right. Doug Baldwin alone on the left side. Nope, it's going to be Mariota looking to throw. Has a man, completes it. 1st down for the Seahawks. Mariota with a beautiful touch underneath. Little drag route. Big 1st down is there at the 1-yard line. 3rd and 3 for the Redskins. The action is nonstop here on the Super Show as we're going to hit the 2-minute warning, and I get to breathe for a second. I literally feel, I can feel it tightening up because there's no time to relax. Choose where you want to watch. 1st and goal. Looks like it's going to be Ware getting the carry. Bounces outside. Touchdown, Seahawks. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. 3rd and 3 for Ritchie. Looks on the angle route. Oh, what a catch in traffic. And it's a 1st down for the Redskins. As that one, I don't know how Bookman held on to that through the contact, but they're at the 1-yard line. Very similar to what the Seahawks just had. Up 17-0 on the undefeated Cowboys. Shotgun formation for Allen Ritchie. Looks like they're going to try to run for it. Tries to cut it up on the inside, but great job by the Browns defense. They're going to use a timeout. Dallas going to need to use an exorcism or find Jesus or something. What a job by both these teams. Let's go full screen to Washington and Cleveland for the 2nd and goal. Of course, Bomber can't make it for a broadcast. You got to leave OSU with this much action. It's like the opposite of high school. No action in high school. I got so much action here. 2nd and goal. They're going to try to run it once again. Oh, what a cut! Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Just pose for him. Dance on him. Darius, guys. Look at that. Stop. Go. Cuts it to the left side. The Redskins. They take a 2-score lead on the Cleveland Browns. The kick is up. It's good. It's 14-0. God, there's too much going on. That's fine. It's good. Whew. Dak Prescott, nice throw to the right side. Will tie out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Nice return by the Cleveland Browns up to the 23-yard line. They have 2 timeouts at the end of the half. Uh-oh, Cleveland's got some room on the left side. That's a big gain. It's a big play. Cleveland can get a touchdown before the half. They're right back in it. 2nd and 5 for Dak. How do you have nobody on Zeke Elliott? I'm running that by you. He's pretty good. And that's the thing. Cleveland and Dallas, a combined goose egg on the board, and yet they're by far not out of this game. Both these teams, especially at the end of the half, you get a score and you find yourself feeling much better about your team as Baker Mayfield looks like he's rolling out to the right side, and he's going to get hit. He's going to put the ball on the ground. Looking like Dak Prescott and Washington with a turnover. Oh, the 2-star quarterbacks are making mistakes left and right. Baker takes the hit, puts it on the ground. Washington forced a turnover. Gallup with a catch on the right side, trying to get out of bounds. He will at the 14-yard line, but Washington turning up the pressure as the Browns were scooting down the field, and just like that, they give it right back to Allen Ritchie in the offense. 58 seconds, and Washington's got all 3 timeouts. They're going to run it on 1st down. But we've got Dallas and Seattle. Dallas needing a score badly. Down 17-0. A touchdown here. They're feeling way better than they were about 2.5 minutes ago. They've got Will Tye on that little double move. Gallup in motion. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right side for Dak Prescott. On 2nd and inches, he dropped back. 4-man rush from the Seattle Seahawks. Looks back of the end zone. The user was sitting right there, and Hound just didn't feel like jumping for it. And that's Will Tye with the touchdown. You knew they were looking for the big tight end. The user was there and just didn't make the play. And Dallas, a huge score to stop the bleeding before the half. Now, right now, it does sort of feel like putting a Band-Aid on an amputation, but at the end of the day, 17-7. Still a minute 5 left, and Seattle has all 3 timeouts. Big for Seattle, just not to get too cocky. And going to motion for Allen Ritchie in Washington after the turnover Well, that's a bold throw over to the right side, but nobody home. Seattle's going to start at the 18-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts, a minute 2 left. Washington, after the Baker Mayfield fumble, they still have 2 timeouts left, 2nd and 10. They're on the 43-yard line. They're almost in field goal range. They need probably another 5 to 10 yards. What a game. What a game. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Get people here because these are 2 of the best games I've seen on an NBL Live Super Show. 2nd and 10 for Allen Ritchie. Dropping back. 4-man rush from the Browns. Oh, what a throw. Oh, that gap in the zone wasn't that big, and Allen Ritchie said it's plenty. As the Seahawks, deep pass down the middle, complete to the 49-yard line. The Cowboys bring the cover 2 blitz, and Marcus Mariota with a dot over the top, and the Seahawks in business. They're at the 49-yard line. Washington's at the 30-yard line. They've got 23 seconds left. Shotgun formation for Allen Ritchie. 3 wide receivers. He drops back. 4-man rush from the Cleveland Browns. Waiting, looking, looks over the left side, has a man. 5, down inside the 4, down to the 3-yard line. 1 timeout left. Washington's trying to hurry the line. I don't know if they're going to spike it or they're going to try to run a play here. 8 seconds. They've got to get people lined up. 7 seconds. 3 wide receivers. 5 seconds. If you're Washington, this is a bold play. Waiting. Back in the end zone. Oh, they threw in the slants and they find a touchdown. Oh, Washington off the Baker Mayfield fumble with 1 tick on the clock. A ball call from Lil Fish and Washington makes them pay. Oh, my Lord. I can't believe what I just saw. I feel like the Kirk Gibson homer. Oh, what a job by Lil Fish. The bold play using the time. I didn't think they'd get the playoff, let alone find the end zone. It's 21-0 Skins. Seahawks on 2nd and 5. The action doesn't stop. Rolling out is Mariota. He's got a lot of Cowboys. They will chuck it out of bounds on 2nd and 5. But wow, what a call. Lil Fish, those are the plays that win you games. Those are the plays that win you Super Bowls. As he just decides they're going to hurry to the line, knew the play they wanted to. Cleveland got aggressive, brought a heavy blitz, and they lost a man on the slants. That's just an easy pitch and catch. And what a job by Allen Ritchie tonight. He may be your MVP after tonight's game. 3rd and 5 for the Seahawks. They've still got 46 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts remaining. Mariota in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. By the way, Washington starting with the ball on the left side of the screen. It is Mariota taking the snap. It's a blitz brought by the Cowboys. Mariota rolls out of the pocket, has a man, and he throws it right to him. Oh, he threw it right to... that's a crucial mistake. Oh, Hound, what were you thinking if you wait half a second longer? It's an easy first down. He got too excited and threw it right to Jordan Lewis. And now Dallas with an opportunity. 2 timeouts, 39 seconds left. Any points, and they're feeling better. Flag down on the play, and the other, it doesn't really matter. I think that's a hold. That's another deep pass from Allen Ritchie, but it's going to be coming back. That's a mistake. Undero saying horrid throw. Absolutely. Horrendous throw. 1st and 10 for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. 39 seconds remaining in the half. 2 timeouts. Play action pass for Prescott. Looks like a little slide play action. He finds Gallup. It's a first down at the 43-yard line. Clock is running. They're hurrying back to the line. 29 seconds and counting. Once again, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Looks like they're going to run Buck Sale on this play. Prescott dropping back. 4-man rush. It's a quick throw underneath to Pettis. Taken down at the 38-yard line. Dallas will use one of those timeouts. 2nd and 5. They've got 1 remaining. A field goal gets them within a score. I laughed at my wife and said there's no way I'm going to drink this whole thing. The amount of screaming I'm doing right now with the just the unbelievable action we're seeing tonight here on the NBL Super Show. All I know is Allen Ritchie on 2nd and 20. Just rolling. Dak Prescott, 2nd and 5. Steps up in the pocket. Nobody open. Gets hit as he throws. It's picked up by the Seahawks. Oh, what a job by the defensive line. Getting to Dak and picking it up. No points on the board for the Cowboys. And what is happening with the Browns and the Cowboys? The 2 teams a lot of people think are going to meet in the Super Bowl. A combined 7 points at halftime. The other teams, 38 on the board. Whew. Boy, oh boy, what 2 phenomenal matchups right now. The underdogs proving everybody wrong right now. Allen Ritchie on 3rd and 11, floats out to the left side, has a man out there, but just out of bounds. They're going to punt it to the Cleveland Browns. By the way, Seattle, 7 seconds, waiting. Mariota looks like he's going to chuck this up. Has a man deep down the field. Just trying to get something. 2 seconds left. You got to think they're just going to run the clock out. Browns taking the punt back here on 4th and 11 up. Nice tackle at the 45-yard line. I thought he was going to get to midfield for sure, but great user tackle. 21-0. Let's reset everything. Everybody, deep breath. Everybody with me. A lot of action right now. Z-Star, get out of the chat. Get your booty out of the chat. I will come to New York, and I will beat you to death with a slice of New York pizza. Let's reset what's going on. Both of the favorites in this game, the Cowboys and the Browns, have been shell-shocked early. The Washington Redskins, they're up 21-0 on the left side of your screen. On the right side of your screen, the Seattle Seahawks, 17-7. Hey, let's just remind everybody, once again, because it's just interesting. Here's how much they were favorited. Browns, Cowboys, complete sweep by the Bleacher Report picks. Right now, both those teams down multiple scores. By the way, the Seahawks have the ball. Melvin Gordon with a nice gain on the right side. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Let's go full screen to that game. Astro, don't worry. I will beat him to death with the pizza, and then I will eat the pizza because I will eat any pizza. 1st and 10. Looks like they're trying to set up a screen pass. Instead, he looks over the middle. He finds Josh Gordon down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's the Baker Mayfield we know. 6 of 7, 130, and they're down 21-0. Sort of unbelievable. They just haven't converted on 3rd down, and the fumble by Baker Mayfield was crucial. And the ballsy call by Lil Fish to try to throw for a touchdown with 1 second on the clock. 1st and 10, Mayfield stepping up. Mayfield going down. The Washington defense has played phenomenally against Baker Mayfield. Allen with the sack, going to bring up a 2nd and 11. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. 2 games live at once. You see the Browns and the Redskins currently on the big screen. We've been flipping back and forth because the action has been nonstop. 3rd and 2, by the way, for the Seattle Seahawks. Mariota, quick throw to the left side, and he almost threw a pick. That was another really bad throw by Hound, and that's one that Dallas going to wish they picked off. The Seahawks, it feels like momentum may be turning a little right now. I don't know. It feels like Dallas is playing a lot better right now. I know the Seahawks got a late pick. 2nd and 11 for Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Looks over to the left side, has a man. It is Kajust, and he is into the end zone. And the Cleveland Browns find the scoreboard. I don't think anybody would have picked the Browns scoring their first points with 3:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. But they finally get on the board, cut it to a 2-score game, and that's a big score because, let's remember, Washington started with the ball to start the second half. Cleveland's defense got a 3-and-out. If they can get another one, all of a sudden, everything's kind of changing. Can the favorites get back into this game? Hand up to Zeke Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys. Returned by the Washington Redskins. Let's go double box for a second so everybody can see what's going on. As you can see on the left side of your screen, Washington with the ball at the 12-yard line after the block in the back on the return. On the right side, it is Dallas after getting the stop on Seattle on 3rd and 2. Surprised they didn't give it to Melvin Gordon, considering how good he has been all game. Dallas now facing a 2nd and 11. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 over to the right side. It's Zeke Elliott in the backfield. It's dropping back his Dak Prescott 4-man rush from the Seahawks, and they absolutely dominated that Dallas offensive line. I think they might have aggressive tackle on. Handoff to Geis, who bounces it outside, has a nice gain, spin move back inside, give him a 1st down. Darius, guys, 8 carries, 27 yards and a touchdown. That one, the second best of the game beyond the touchdown run. The touchdown run was phenomenal. From Darius, guys, 3rd and 19, you know they're looking for Will Tye on that post route. You know that's where they're going. Prescott dropping back on 3rd and 19, gets hit as he threw. He was throwing to Prescott, I think Prescott was throwing to Will Tye the entire time. The Seattle defense with a huge stop, 1st and 10. For the Washington Redskins, 2 wide receivers. Darius Geis in the backfield, man coming in motion. Going to be a toss play to Geis on the outside. 1 man to beat. Spins inside. And a nasty spin cycle from Darius Geis with that J.U. Ice. Oh, big run once again. Another 1st down for the Redskins, who are letting that run game. As Alan Ritchie established the pass game so early, I think the Browns just are shocked to see the run game come into play. Let's go full screen. Washington, Cleveland. Woo! Washington 21-7. They're on top. Bookman into the game at halfback. 2 wide receivers. They're going to hand it off to Bookman right up the gut. This offensive line is playing so good. Look at Bananas having to back up as the safety and just make sure that he doesn't get out of there. A couple jukes. What a job by the Washington offensive line. Melvin Gordon on the small screen. Spin move from Gordon. He's got the block in the back right in front of the camera. Oh, it was Amara Darbo who clobbered him. But a big gain nonetheless from Melvin going to the 47-yard line. Allen Ritchie, he finds, I think that's Paul, or is that Jamison Crowder on the left side? 19 of 26, 243 and a touchdown. BTF, Washington Redskins over on YouTube is going to be lit because the Bombers going to have so much to talk about how improved this Redskins team is. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for the Seahawks. It's mid-blitz, quick throw on the slant, and it's another catch in coverage. Wow, Doug Baldwin with the play there. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Why not keep running it? This is Bookman up the middle to the 36-yard line, picking up 3. It's a long 2. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Yeah, that was just a bad block in the back. There's some that you're like, I didn't see it, but when you see it right in front of you and you're in the clear anyways, like, that's brutal. MJ3 is just doing work for the Seahawks. Allen Ritchie looks over the middle of the field, has a man one-on-one. Money ball puts it on the money to Paul Richardson. You say money ball, I say money Paul. As that one, another touchdown for the Redskins against a very good Browns defense. And the Redskins continue to pour it on the road. The kick is up. It is good. It is a 21-point gain. The Redskins in the lead. 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down for the Seattle Seahawks. 3 tight ends. Dissy coming in motion. Are we going to see a handoff here? Where's in the game? It is not Melvin Gordon. Nope, they're going to throw for it. It was a blitz up the middle. It's a pick. It might be pass interference, though. Jones in front of the receiver. It's going to stay with the Seattle Seahawks, and you knew it right away. It was a little slant route. One-on-one coverage. It was Jones in front of the receiver. There was some contact there. It's been called all the time here in this game, and that's a break for the Seahawks. That was, I think, the 3rd bad throw we've seen from Mariota, and 2 of them have turned into not hurting them at all. By the way, is that the Wildcat on the left side? That was an unnecessary spin move for the Browns. Yep, that was Naheem Hines on the Wildcat. Somebody call an ambulance or something? Brutal. Well, let's talk about the great part about NBL Super Shows. If you have 2 bad games on, maybe 2 blowouts, maybe 2 just sort of ho-hum games, because you got 2 games going on, it's double the action. These are the games that will be the death of me because there's just so much action. Deep pass, left side. The Browns put a touchdown on the board. Oh, what a throw over the top. That was Josh Gordon with the catch. What a throw from Baker Mayfield. He's still got some juice in him as the Browns cut it back to 28-14. And shout out to Jamie for this overlay because we didn't miss the play, unlike last game where we absolutely would have missed him. Double A dancing for the fantasy points. 3 wide receivers for the Seahawks in this key 3rd down all over to the left side. The tight end splits out wide right. Melvin Gordon on the right hip of Marcus Mariota. 3rd and 12, 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. It's just going to be a throw underneath and a very smart play there. Don't force anything downfield. Get your 3 points. Go up by 13. Hello, 911. My friend OSU got killed by 2 crazy games of Madden. Fact. Absolute fact. Woo. Big run on the small screen. Oh, just a nasty. The usering by Lil Fish has been phenomenal, folks. I don't know about you. Let me know what you think in the chat. But they're not going to kick the field goal. They're going to punt it, play field position. But I have just seen so many good juke moves and spin moves from Lil Fish. Whereas from the Cowboys and Z-Star, it hasn't been pretty. NPS Sports, how is he able to see these games live? These are just 2 guys in our league. It's 4 users all at once. They're just both streaming it to Twitch, and we're just restreaming it here on our MBL network. Let's put the Browns and the Redskins on the big screen. Where does I do that? Zeke Elliott with a nice run to the outside. He's going to pick up the 1st down, handoff up the middle. This rushing attack from the Washington Redskins has kept the Cleveland Browns guessing as to what they are doing. Geis and Bookman been very effective. No big 80-yard runs, but enough 10, 15-yard runs that the Cleveland Browns are guessing. And that's when you get in trouble. As we're in the 4th quarter, Cleveland needs a stop. If they don't get a stop and soon, the clock is not on their side. I formation, top of the eye. Darius, Geis, man coming in motion. That is Jamison Crowder. Looks like it's going to be a handoff over the right side. Geis, big hole. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 35, down to the 33. Geis, 11 carries, 60 yards and a touchdown. And that was a big one as Washington gets a new set of downs. If it's your first time joining us, NBL rules state you can't kill the clock until under the 2-minute warning. So you won't see that clock accelerating with the chew clock. But That was a big first down. As there's still plenty of time for Cleveland in this game, but they sure could have used not Darius Geis not getting 30 yards on that play. Dallas still very much in this game. We said the momentum slightly shifting as, once again, another great run by Bookman, but a better tackle on the edge. Seattle just hasn't really jumped out like a firecracker. Haven't been able to do as much as they were in the first and second quarter, but Dallas has only put 7 points on the board. We saw a fumble. We saw an interception. Dallas just hasn't been able to capitalize on Seattle sort of cooling off. On the other hand, Washington has been on fire the entire game. 3 wide receivers, play action pass. It's Allen Ritchie dropping back, waiting, looking, lobs it, left side, money ball, put it into Money Paul's hands. Paul Richardson having himself a game as Allen Ritchie 1 yard short of 300 yards. But Paul Richardson, he's at 100. The century mark on the day. If you've got Paul Richardson on your NBL fantasy team, you can thank Allen Ritchie because he's had a phenomenal game. As the Washington Redskins are at the 13-yard line, looking to put 35 on the Cleveland Browns if they can get in the end zone. Handoff up the middle. Darius Geis, nothing doing there. It's going to bring up a second down. Big 3rd and 5 for the Dallas Cowboys on the small screen. Shotgun formation for Prescott. 3 wide receivers. He drops back to pass on 3rd and 5. Out route right side. It's Randall Cobb. He's still got the juice. Matchup 1-on-1. That looks like a linebacker on him. That's a mismatch. A little slot out, and you can't have a linebacker on Randall Cobb. He's too fast. And Allen Ritchie 2nd and 10. Looks over to the right side. Oh, see, and that was a great user play, but Ward did get the swat. It said user swat, so that means Bananas was going for the swat, but that's one that Ward, he's got to go for the catch there. Because a pick 6 there, all of a sudden the game is right back in, the momentum's in the Cleveland Browns' hands. Instead, it's a 3rd and 10. Even if Cleveland gets a stop, Washington's going to get a field goal. Dropping back, Allen Ritchie, back at the end zone. High pass, can't get there. 21 of 30, 299 and 2 touchdowns. What a job by Lil Fish and the Washington Redskins. Bleacher Report didn't see it happening. I didn't see it happening. Nobody saw it happening. Except somebody. Somebody picked the Redskins with the upset. Kick is up. It's good. Washington's up 31-14 on the Browns. Dropping back, Dak Prescott on 1st and 10. He didn't take the drag route. He lobs it over to the right side. There's so many Seahawks there. Oh, it should be going the other way. What was he looking at? It was somebody stopped a route over there, and then Z just threw it right into him. As the Browns trying to get something going, 3:37. I don't know if they've got the time to do it. Again, once again, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Wednesday night NBL live action. If you know anybody who missed the game, you better send them the YouTube link. It'll be up on YouTube later tonight. As that was a weird drop back from Dak and Brian with the sack. If you had somebody miss it, this might be, I mean, if we still did Game of the Year, these would be the 2 games of the year because this has been non-stop action here on the NBL Super Show. Once again, deep pass. Oh, Baker Mayfield dropped it in the bucket. They get the quick score they needed right over the top. Is that Kajust again with the touchdown? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that is. 83 is Kajust. As Dak Prescott, nice throw down to the 16-yard line. But Cleveland cuts it back to a 10-point lead. That's where that field goal that was huge. Cleveland almost had a pick on that drive. Instead, Washington kicks the field goal. They're up 10. 3:28 to go, though. Cleveland still has all 3 timeouts. These games far from over. We're going to stay full screen here with Dallas and Seattle. Shotgun formation for Dak Prescott. Probably looking for Will Ty on the stick and nod. Woo. Dak, I would try throwing to your receiver. Yeah, Baker's had 2 deep passes. Washington may be getting a little aggressive defensively here late in the game with a big lead. Woo! Hydrate up for the last part of this game. Deep pass for Allen Ritchie. Still taking shots. They're not going to get conservative. Dak Prescott on 2nd and 10. Waiting, looking, rolling to the right side. They've got a spy on him. He's closing in hard, and he's going to hit Dak Prescott. It's down to the 20-yard line. It's a loss on the play, and what a job by the Seahawks, making sure they keep an eye on Dak Prescott. You know he's going to be looking to run the ball. Allen Ritchie on 2nd and 10. Throws it right to the Browns. Oh, yeah. Let me know in the chat. Are the Redskins in trouble? Because that was a bad throw, man. That was bad. That was real bad. Right to the Browns. 3rd and 13 for Dak and the Cowboys. And he's going to get sacked by Frank Clark. Dak gets sacked by Clark. The Cowboys are going to have to settle for a field goal. They've got plenty of time with 4:48 to go. Let's go full screen to the other game. Browns are in business. Baker Mayfield's hit 2 huge touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. Looks over the middle of the field. He finds Antonio Callaway down to the 21-yard line. That's a first down. Look at Mayfield, 10 of 11, 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Browns, any points here, all of a sudden this game, it was 31-14. But a big pass from Mayfield and then just a bad interception from Fish. And that's inexperience right there. Inexperience in the big game, but can they hold on? Play action for Baker. He rolls out to the right side. Got a little room. Back of the end zone. Has a man. How about Kajust once again? Nope, that's Jarvis Landry with the diving catch in the back of the end zone. And this kick will make it a 3-point game. A game that Washington has been in control. 21-0. They were up 31-14. But a turnover late in the game why is Washington throwing the ball 2 plays in a row? It's a great question. Cleveland is a field goal away from tying this up. The Skins are in trouble. And by the way, yeah, he missed the field goal. Absolutely did. I was focused on this game that was so big. Dallas missed the field goal, and that might be one of the key plays we look back on. Can Hound stop making bad throws? Ball's out. Oh, what a play by the offensive lineman diving and covering that one up. He waited way too long to throw that ball. It's going to bring up a big third down for the Cowboys. Oh, but Washington in so much trouble. The underdogs were feeling good. They were dancing. But one mistake, and all of a sudden it is 31-28. Washington on top. We're going to full screen Dallas and Seattle for a huge 3rd and 14 for the Seahawks. Nice throw there by Allen Ritchie. Didn't throw it right to him. You can see Cleveland with the aggressive strip on there trying to force a turnover. 3rd and 14 for the Seattle Seahawks. Mariota in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. He's going to split the running back Grant wide left. Dropping back is Mariota. 3-man rush from the Cowboys. Steps up. Mariota looks underneath. Completes it. It's not going to get him a first down, but it will get him to the 38-yard line. That one will be a punt. Let's go back to Washington and Cleveland. 2nd and 1, Ritchie still staying aggressive, and another big catch in coverage, but Allen Ritchie goes down on the play. Josh Doxson, his 4th catch of the day, but they lose their quarterback who has been so good all game, Allen Ritchie. Let's see what it is. Dubers joining us in the chat. What's going on, Dubers? That boy's killing fantasy because he has Baker Mayfield. So, Allen Ritchie is out. 1st and 10, the Redskins are still throwing the ball. Looks over to the right side. It's a nice catch up to the 50-yard line. That is Greer into the game. Ritchie just some muscle cramps. This is not the time to cramp up, Allen. Get your water. Get your Gatorade rolling. Let's get back to the ball game. By the way, Dak just put that on the ground, and his own offensive lineman dove on top of that one. Yes, they do have Greer tout. He was in the game. Unfortunately, Allen Ritchie, he's fine. Good news for the Redskins, but Greer's going to stay in the game here. I don't know if he said no, keep him out, but let's see. 2nd and 3 for the Washington Redskins. They're empty backfield again. Dropping back. Greer looks over to the right side, overthrow. 2-minute warning. They're at the 50-yard line. And again, Darius Geis has been so effective. Bookman has been so effective. Why aren't the Washington Redskins running the ball? Why? No, I have the 3-liter. I need the 4-liter now. By the way, the Cowboys have the ball down 10. And they're facing a 3rd and 15 with 2:23 to go on the small screen. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out with us here. I am OSU, slowly dying here. What 2 games? It's not slowly. This is actually quickly dying. 3rd and 3 for the Redskins. Dropping back is Greer. Rolling, stepping, waiting, looks back across his body. And it is dropped, and now the Redskins are going to punt it back to this Cleveland offense that has been so good with 2 timeouts. And you begin to wonder, Zeke Elliott picks up the first down for the Dallas Cowboys. You begin to wonder, why weren't the Washington Redskins running the ball? They ran in the 3rd quarter, the 4th quarter, they just abandoned it. JB saying, why is he not running the ball? Astor saying that's a bad drop. Tout saying huge hit. Dallas, they're still in this game, but we're going to stay, we'll stay full screen with this Washington-Cleveland game. Looks like Zeke Elliott's going to get another catch. I want to see how many catches Zeke Elliott has because they have been relying on him hard. Washington's going to punt this out of the end zone. Prescott 15-24 on the day. Dallas only 205 total yards for a team that was playing so well. Zeke Elliott 4 catches, 56 yards. $1:49 to go. Stop changing the camera. Bananas. Stop it. You're killing me. Shotgun formation for Baker as Will tie with the catch for the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be a handoff on first down by Nyheim Hines, and what a job by the Washington defensive line getting out there and bringing him down. Minute 43 and counting. Cleveland 2 timeouts, but they only need a field goal, and you go back to the interception. The bad read by Little Fish. Throwing it right to Bananas. The user just standing there. And it turned into another touchdown for the Browns to cut to a 3-point lead. Again, they were up 21-0. They were up 31-14. It's now a 3-point game. Baker quick out to the left side. Josh Gordon with the catch out of bounds, the 32-yard line. First down, Baker 12 of 13, 312 and 4 touchdowns. This might be, if the Redskins don't win this game, the biggest collapse I've ever seen on NBL Live. Because there's no reason they should be only up 3 at this point, other than just poor play calling and execution. Baker dropping back on 1st and 10. He's got the in route. It's Antonio Callaway. They're at the 49-yard line, minute 24 to go. You know the Browns are going to be looking for a touchdown. The Redskins running cover 1 contain. That's a bold call. It's a bold call from this Washington Redskins team. Dallas on the small screen. They're only down 10, but they've got a minute 58 to go. They do have all 3 timeouts. Finding Gallup on the drag route. He'll go out of bounds. Nope, he's going to stay inbound to the 20-yard line. No, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Wow. It did look like he got out of bounds to me. 1st and 10 for Mayfield. Empty backfield. He drops back. Pressure. Trying to get there. Deep shot over the top. 1-on-1. It's Hines with the catch. And he dropped it. Oh, the user got over there and pulled the ball out of the running back's hands. He had it in the bucket. And Hines put it on the ground. A huge drop for the Cleveland Browns. Let's quickly go full screen to Dallas and Seattle. 3rd and 4. Dropping back is Dak Prescott. Waiting, looking, taking off, up the middle, gets the first down, sliding down to the 10-yard line. Handoff to Hines on 2nd and 10 for the Browns. They get to the 45-yard line. Clock still running, only 1 timeout remaining. You know they're going to want to save that for a field goal attempt if they have to. 1:05 and counting. Washington changing up their defense. 3-man rush. It is Baker Mayfield dropping back. Baker's being chased. He can't get caught. Oh, man, and he's got a lot of room on that left side. Somebody's got to get over there. Baker's out of gas, but he steps out of bounds at the 33-yard line. The dive by the user, that is a horrible dive. There was no chance you're getting Baker, and you allowed him to scramble to the 33-yard line. They saved their timeout. They're in field goal range. Again, they were down 31-14. Second and goal, by the way, for the Dallas Cowboys on the small screen. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott right up the middle. He's in the end zone. Dallas has it back to a 1-score game, and I think they have all their timeouts. Baker dropping back on 1st and 10. Pressure getting there once again. Baker has to check it out. Yes, Dallas has all 3 timeouts of Seattle. A first down wins the game. And a game nobody gave them a chance on. I didn't give them a chance on it. And let's remember, it is 17-14 and Z-Star missed a field goal in the 4th quarter. It could be a tie game right now. 2nd and 10. Baker Mayfield dropping back. Blitz coming from the Redskins. Baker rolls out right side, throws it to an open Nyheim Hines, but he's taken out short of the line to gain 39 seconds and counting. A big 3rd and 2. If Washington gets a stop, they force Cleveland to kick a field goal. If you're Washington, you're thinking about missed opportunities, but you got to stay calm. You know they're going to be looking maybe for Kajust up the middle. Dropping back, Baker Mayfield, 4-man rush, looks underneath, finds Duke Johnson. First down at the 13-yard line. Clock is running. Let's remember the Redskins, a huge play before the end of the first half. They hurried back to the line, threw a touchdown with 1 second left and no timeouts. Excuse me, 1 timeout. 1st and 10 for Cleveland. What do? Clock running, 15 seconds left. Baker in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right side. Duke Johnson on his right hip. It's Baker Mayfield dropping back on 1st and 10. Out route to Antonio Callaway. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. They have completed the comeback, and the Little Fish collapse. Finding Nemo. He won't want to be found after this game, as the Browns have come all the way back. 21-0, 31-14. The Fish collapses. He's sunk. He's cooked. Put him on with a nice béarnaise sauce. It's 35-31, Browns on top. What a collapse. Now there's going to be even more to talk on BTF about how they blew that game. That was not just a choke. That was a choke for all ages. The Heimlich wasn't going to save you on that one, as that is complete. First of all, huge cojones from Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Let's go full screen to that one just for this last play. But at the end of the day, that is on Washington. Poor play calling. Way too much. Single coverage, cover zero that Baker Mayfield exploited with great passes over the top. Way too much passing the ball when you have a big lead. You're running it. Run the ball. Darius Geis was great all game. Why aren't you running the damn ball? 1st and 10. Allen Ritchie not in the game. Empty backfield, a Hail Mary, hope, and a prayer for the Washington Redskins. Maybe trying to get a penalty. You got to get rid of it. You get sacked. You choked it on the last play like you choked it all game. The Cleveland Browns, that's why they've got Super Bowl titles. The Browns complete the comeback. Wow, what unbelievable comeback by the Cleveland Browns, and Dallas does get the ball back with 39 seconds to go. I'm trying to get this set up. Hold on. There we go. As we'll go the true full screen to the conclusion of this game. 1st and 10 for Dallas. 22 seconds and counting. They need 3. Looking for Will Tye. Oh, big defensive play. Now you get into Dallas has no timeouts. They need a field goal. So you have to not only get down the field into field goal range, you then have to find a way to spike the ball and get your kicker out there. Once again, the Dallas Cowboys, they missed a kick early in the fourth quarter. A kick to cut it from 10 to 7. They missed it. They're now down 3, needing that kicker to come up big. 2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers for Dak Prescott. He's going to split Zeke Elliott out to the right side. Look for him on that slant play underneath. It's Prescott dropping back. Looks underneath. He finds Zeke Elliott. 15-14. He's fighting through tackles. This is valuable time. 10 seconds and counting. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. Dallas has got to line up and spike the ball. Looks like they're set up with 3, 2, and the spike with 1 second left. Troubles in the kicking game earlier. Can Dallas kick it when it means something? 54 yards. You know Seattle's going to try to ice the kicker. There's the ice. Let's turn this up. Let's go quiet for this game-winning field goal attempt. Sorry, game time. It's short. The Seahawks pull off the upset. If you asked anybody before the game, you didn't think the Seahawks would win. If you asked anybody when we were looking here in the fourth quarter, I think most people would expect the Redskins to pull off the underdog win. But the Seahawks do just enough to win the game. The kicking game letting down the Cowboys. And the undefeated season is no more in Dallas. What an NBL Super Show, folks. I don't know about you. I had a lot of fun. My heart rate's about 130 right now. I'm probably going to die after this. But, man, 2 phenomenal games for the NBL Super Show. That's just how good it was. 2 phenomenal games. If you missed it, if you know anybody who missed it, if you missed any part of it, this will be up on YouTube later tonight. Always gets uploaded there. Don't miss that. There's no good way to end this because I just want them to play again because these were 2 phenomenal games. Congratulations to both teams that pulled out the win. A reminder, this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, bonus coverage going to be covering all the NBL games as we go into week 14 and 15. So look out for Bomber on bonus coverage probably most of the days this week. Hit the follow button. That's the best way to know when bonus coverage goes live because it's based on the schedule of everybody else. They don't really announce it. They just let everybody know they're going live. But we've seen games early in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. So hit that follow button if you don't want to miss out on the NBL action this weekend. We will be back on Monday for more NBL live action. I don't believe, I could be wrong. No, we don't have, the game is not scheduled yet, so follow us on Twitter at Bomber League, at NBL Network, so you know what our NBL Live game is coming up, but it's going to be tough to beat this one. A phenomenal game, all four involved, and a little fishy choked. That's all I got. Thank you so much, everybody, hanging out with us on this Wednesday NBL Super Show. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go lay down and question my life decisions. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. For your producer, OSU, your commentator, OSU, your host, OSU, and your soon-to-be cardiologist best friend, OSU, I'm OSU. Thanks so much for hanging out with NBL tonight on this Wednesday evening. I will see you next week, Monday night, for more NBL live action. Take care, guys, and happy holidays.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.